How's it going, everybody? This is Matt from the Essential Credentials, and I have a pretty big chunk of mail here to open up that I think really represents kind of where my current direction is when it comes to the hobby. And it's a place that I'm very, very happy with, and one that, you know, is kind of looking back is interesting to think about, but at the same time, it's probably the most enjoyment I've been having in the hobby, at least the last couple of years. It gives me a chance to have variety, gives me a chance to interact with a lot of different people and continue learning new things. And so I thought I would open all these on camera. Hopefully you all enjoy them as much as I do. And hopefully you can come up with our top three. I think I know what one of them is going to be for sure, but this is crazy. This is from Topps, and it's my first time buying a Star Wars living set. This thing was huge. Like, I thought they added something extra in there. But anyways, I just happened to go on Topps's website and thought it would be fun to kind of look around and see how much some of the finest boxes were going for, since that's coming out here soon. And I thought, hey, let's go see what Star Wars living set card is out. And just so happened to be one that I think anybody watching who knows what characters I like the most in Star Wars, it was the exact one that I was not expecting. So they packaged it up really well. It's going to take me a minute to get in here, but I'm really excited to see what these look like. I've only ever bought one other living set card, and that was the Tyler Glasnow from Topps. And then I purchased afterwards. And you know what? I actually think I bought the Julio Rodriguez from Topps as well. I thought I bought that online, but I did buy that from Topps. So without further ado, here is my living set card from Topps. Anakin from Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. I obviously would appreciate it if they were to do an Episode 3 or an Ahsoka one, but this one will do for now. And it's got that original Star Wars design, one that I know Brent loves dearly. But yeah, pretty excited to have my first one in my collection. Here's the back of it. Kind of talks a little bit about Anakin. Wish it talked a little bit more about the artist who does these, but there you go. Beautiful. It'd be great to find a copy of the Darth Vader. That one looks really cool from the Obi-Wan series. All right, gotta make myself some room here. All right, so next up, we've got one from, I think most of these are from eBay. There's one that came from Reed, who is a friend of mine who collects hockey, mainly the Dallas Stars, but every now and then he grabs himself something sweet. So Reed, if you end up watching this, yours is coming up very soon. All right, next up, this is the only basketball player that I collect, and everybody knows that Dwayne Wade was my favorite, or is still my favorite player of all time, so I still love the Miami Heat. But right now, I love collecting Duncan Robinson, and here is a beautiful gold prism out of 10. And these, you know, regardless of the player, these still tend to do really, really well, depending. I mean, obviously, some of the really big players go for a lot of money, but even guys that aren't so well known go for quite a lot. And so that one was a Burbank purchase, and it's been up there for a few months, and I finally pulled the trigger on it. So, all right, this is, man, they packaged this so small. This is a DC Sports, who many of us have been buying cards from. This is a set that I'm working on that I think is getting pretty close, actually. This is one of the tougher cards. This is the Galaxy Visions insert set. It's kind of like the Ronin version of Star Wars, but this is a really cool Darth Vader Atomic. So I'm trying to put the whole Galaxy Visions / Ronin reimagined art set, the Galaxy Atomic, all together at once. So I finished a couple of sets, but that one is one that I'm getting really close on. Thought it would be a fun one to try to pursue because it's quite obtainable. I mean, 150 copies of each one. I think that's, yeah, not going to break the bank either, which is the best part when you're trying to build sets, which I've really enjoyed. You know, I've really enjoyed thinking about sets again. I mean, with hockey, there's just no way. I mean, even on insert sets, you got to really pony up for some of the big time players when Flurry gets in sets with, you know, McDavid and all those other fantastic players. It really makes it tough. All right, here's another Star Wars card. I'm getting all the Star Wars cards first here, it looks like. This is the last patterned copy I needed of this card. Here is the Mojo refractor of Luke. And this is my first time seeing one of these, actually, from 2023 Galaxy. It is gorgeous. Wow. And it's the future of the Jedi. And I was talking about this on the Essential Credentials podcast yesterday with Greg. I was talking about how it's fun to kind of go for a rainbow of an art piece, I call it, or a card, because each of the patterns looks so different when you're picking them up. So yeah, there you go. That one's probably going to stay right there. All right, this is the card from Reed, and probably my biggest card that's in the mail, but I have to open it. I've been wanting to see this so badly. Big shout out to, of course, Reed, Kelvin, Mitch, and any of my other buddies that were at the expo in Toronto. They saw this card was out the first day, and they all worked together to help me get it in my collection. It was my number 3 most wanted Marc-Andre Fleury. So pretty big card to be knocking off the want list here. Oh man, I can kind of see the front. So pretty. All right, here's the back. It's from SP Authentic. And here is the front. Oh man, look at that. Let's get this thing out of the sleeve here. I was able to get it for just a little bit less than the sticker value, which is wonderful when you're able to come to a nice deal on a card. But this is my first time ever seeing one on the secondary market anywhere. So there we go. Beauty. Absolute beauty of the flower. All right, Darth, you're going to have to go hang out over here. So, fellas, thanks again. Really appreciate it. Sticking with the Flurry theme, here's one that my buddy Rob showed me a copy of, and I always like when hockey cards can incorporate, or just sport cards in general, picture your favorite players in very significant moments throughout the season. You know, Flurry won a Vezina, and they haven't really done a lot of cards commemorating that. I'm hoping when the Cup checklist comes out that there will be some kind of a card commemorating that, since it's the 21-22 the Cup, the year after he won it. I'm sure he'll be all over the set, but I really, really want a Vezina Award autographed patch card from the Cup. It's like been the first thing I thought of as a collector when he won the award. So this card is extremely well packaged. There we go. I finally got into it. I gotta admit, I love when sellers send it in this super thick, rigid protector. I mean, it guarantees it's not going to get destroyed unless it catches on fire or something. So here we go. This is a Premier seating auto. And what makes this card so sweet, other than, of course, the beautiful on-card auto in the picture, is that this picture is from his first time back to Vegas. This is him saluting the fans right after they showed a little thank you video. Just going to throw this in here. Should have never been traded. It's an absolute farce that it ever happened. So I'm just going to leave it there. But he came back to Vegas and they won 2-1. So that's what makes me so happy to have a card with this picture on it. It was kind of like an in your face, why'd you get rid of me type deal. But another beautiful on-card autograph of Marc-Andre. And honestly, I'm going to leave these up here since they're kind of representing each phase of where I'm at. But I'm really trying to focus more on, you know, Flurry cards that mean a lot to me, that move me in some way. And it's as much as it's fun to pick up a lot of the, okay, you're going to be down here, pick up a lot of the smaller cards to add to my overall total, I think it's starting to wear on me a little bit, especially with my interest going in so many different places. So because of that, I have to try to be a little more selective, you know. All right, here is one last one from Star Wars, and I sure hope the person that is watching this enjoys this card a lot. This card represents that one person in my life. I'm just going to leave it at that. They know who they are. Here is Princess Leia and Wicket in the wave pattern. And because this is the Women of Star Wars insert set, like the one I completed, this is actually only numbered to 35. So it's a very, very tough card to come by. There's no Mojo or X-Fractor or anything like that. Or there is an X-Fractor, excuse me, but there's no other pattern lower than this. So this is now my third variation of this card. And it's a beauty. All right, a couple of small ones. These PWEs actually get here somewhat fast. So there's a Star Wars one that I'm not sure what's going on with it. Should be here, but it's not. But these two are some Duncan Robinson cards that I'm quite happy about, especially with how cheap these were. Oh my goodness, this card is gorgeous. So this is from a set called Obsidian. And this is he listed it as a yellow for $10. He listed it as just, you know, like a base yellow parallel, but it's actually the gold out of 10. So I do like going after gold Duncan Robinsons. Me and a buddy of mine named Glenn, he's a big Duncan Robinson collector too. He and I both like going for one copy of the golds each. So it's pretty fun to we kind of check in with each other and see which ones we're still going after. But that was one that I did not even have on my radar, and when it popped up, it totally caught me off guard. So, all right, the last one I'm going to show is actually a Star Wars one. I thought the other one was going to be a Duncan Robinson, but it is going to be here tomorrow. I think it's still in Anchorage. This is a character that I'm really not familiar with, but I just love the colors on here. And this, again, there's so many different ways to collect Star Wars. But for me, without knowing anything about her, I just love the colors and the art on here. Centering's actually pretty good for one of these cards. And of course, the prism refractor technology is second to none. But there's Torredoza out of 75. And I'm really, really enjoying chasing art more than just specifically characters. Because there is some art of Anakin that just doesn't speak to me, that I haven't picked up yet. But stuff like this makes it fun because it's also cheap. So anyways, thanks for checking this video out. I hope I didn't do too much rambling, and I hope that you all can kind of see that heading in this kind of a direction, as opposed to just collecting one specific player or type of card, is a lot of fun when you can, you know, spread your interests around. And so let me know which card you enjoyed the most and what kind of, you know, collecting you're doing like this as well. Would love to have a chat about that. Hope you'll have a great week, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.